Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's son, Knox Jolie, has just unveiled one of his boldest transformations yet, and after months of changing his look, the 18-year-old has gone from platinum blonde to a striking, fiery red that has instantly put him back in the celebrity spotlight. The latest photos, taken in Los Angeles on August 10 and August 11, show Knox leaving a Muay Thai training session with bright red, choppy curls on top and closely cropped bleached blonde sides. And this is not just another subtle haircut, it is a dramatic color change that completely transforms his appearance and continues what has become a surprisingly adventurous hair journey for one of Hollywood's most private celebrity children. What makes the latest reveal especially interesting is just how quickly Knox has been switching things up. As recently as August 5th, he was photographed with bleached blonde hair. Within less than a week, the blonde had been replaced by a vivid crimson shade, while the sides remained extremely short and light. The result is a punk-inspired look that is difficult to miss, especially considering that Knox has traditionally kept a much lower profile than many other members of the Jolie-Pitt family. And if you have been following Knox's style evolution, this latest red transformation is actually the newest chapter in a pattern that has been building for nearly a year. In November 2025, Knox stepped out with a cropped, spiky pastel pink hairstyle, a look that immediately attracted comparisons to one of Angelina Jolie's most recognizable hairstyles from the late 1990s. His pink hair was particularly reminiscent of Jolie's edgy look associated with the 1998 film Playing by Heart, and fans quickly began noticing that Knox seemed increasingly comfortable experimenting with unconventional colors and cuts. Then came 2026, and apparently Knox decided that one color was nowhere near enough. Early in the year, he was photographed with bleached blonde hair, later shifting toward a warmer yellow blonde shade. By spring, he had moved into fiery orange territory, and that orange look was still visible during some of his biggest recent milestones, including his high school graduation in June. Now, in August, the orange has evolved into something even more dramatic, a saturated red that makes his latest appearance arguably his most eye-catching transformation so far. There's also something fascinating about where Knox has repeatedly been photographed while revealing these changes. Rather than making a grand red carpet entrance or appearing in a carefully staged fashion campaign, he's largely been spotted while doing something much more ordinary for him, training in Muay Thai. That martial art has become a major part of Knox's life, and his training sessions have inadvertently given the public occasional glimpses into his changing appearance. In fact, Knox's dedication to Muay Thai has become one of the clearest things the public knows about his personal interests. On June 5, 2026, he graduated from high school in Los Angeles, and instead of ending the day with a quiet celebration, Knox had another major event waiting for him. During his graduation speech, he announced that he would be competing in a Muay Thai fight later that night. He reportedly told the crowd, "Tonight I'm going to be fighting at Total Sonic Knockout 5 at 12:45 a.m., so catch me," before adding with plenty of confidence, "I'm gonna knock him out." The announcement reportedly drew laughs and cheers from the audience. That moment gave fans a rare glimpse of Knox's personality. For someone who spent years largely away from the spotlight, the teenager suddenly appeared much more comfortable publicly embracing his own interests, his own sense of humor, and his own identity. And Angelina Jolie was reportedly right there supporting him. Photos and videos from the graduation showed Jolie attending the ceremony and taking pictures as her son took part in the milestone. The graduation itself was another major turning point because Knox has now officially entered adulthood. Knox and his twin sister Vivienne were born on July 12, 2008, making them the youngest of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's 6 children. Their older siblings are Maddox, Pax, Zaha, and Shiloh. Knox turned 18 on July 12th, just weeks before this newest hair transformation.
And that timing matters because Knox reaching adulthood comes against the backdrop of one of Hollywood's most complicated family stories. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt began their relationship in the mid-2000s, married in 2014, and Jolie filed for divorce in 2016. Their separation developed into a prolonged legal battle involving custody and other disputes, with their divorce finally becoming official in December 2024 after years of proceedings. The family situation remains highly sensitive, and it is important to separate confirmed facts from claims made by anonymous sources. What is clear is that the children have increasingly been using versions of the Jolie name publicly. Knox high school diploma was reportedly issued under the name Knox Jolie rather than Jolie Pitt, according to reports published in June. His twin sister Vivian has also publicly used Jolie without Pitt in some contexts, while older siblings have taken steps toward dropping Pitt from their names as well. That development has inevitably made even something as simple as a haircut feel more significant to celebrity watchers. But there is no evidence that Knox's red hair is a statement about his father or about the family's legal history. The much simpler explanation may be the obvious one. Knox likes experimenting with his appearance. His repeated changes from pink to platinum to blonde to orange and now red strongly suggest that the hair transformations are part of his individual style, rather than something that should automatically be interpreted as a family message. Still, fans cannot help noticing the resemblance between Knox and both of his famous parents. His appearance has frequently prompted comparisons to Brad Pitt, particularly because of Knox's facial features and athletic build. At the same time, his willingness to embrace dramatic hairstyles has reminded people of Angelina Jolie's own history of taking major risks with her appearance. Page 6 specifically noted the connection between Knox's latest experimentation and Jolie's history of dramatic hair changes. That comparison became especially obvious during Knox's pink hair era. When he appeared with pastel pink spikes in late 2025, people immediately connected the look to Jolie's rebellious aesthetic from decades earlier. Now that Knox has gone red, the resemblance is once again being discussed, although his current hairstyle is very much his own. Short bleached sides and a much fuller textured top dyed a deep, vivid red. And the public reaction to Knox's hairstyles has been mixed, which is hardly surprising whenever a celebrity child makes a dramatic appearance. During his earlier pink transformation, online comments ranged from people praising his looks and individuality to others criticizing the hairstyle. Some commenters called him genetically blessed, while others simply said they liked the look and appreciated that he appeared comfortable expressing himself. There were also negative comments, proving once again that celebrity children can attract intense opinions over something as personal and temporary as a hairstyle. But the reaction to the new red hair is different in one important way. Knox is now 18. He's no longer simply the little boy who occasionally appeared alongside Angelina Jolie and his siblings. He's an adult who has just graduated from high school, is pursuing a demanding athletic interest, and increasingly defining his own public image. The hair may be superficial, but the larger change is unmistakable. Knox is becoming his own person in the public eye. His Muay Thai journey adds another layer to that transformation. Knox has reportedly trained in the sport for years, and Angelina Jolie and his twin sister Vivian have previously been seen supporting him at competitions. His graduation day decision to compete later that same night showed just how seriously he appears to take the sport. It is also worth remembering how unusual Knox's public profile actually is compared to the attention surrounding his parents. Angelina Jolie is one of the most recognizable actresses in the world, while Brad Pitt remains one of Hollywood's biggest movie stars. Yet Knox spent several years largely out of the public eye. After appearing with his family during his childhood, he was seen far less frequently, eventually reappearing alongside Angelina Jolie at the Governor's Awards in November 2024, where he sported a buzz cut. Since then, his Muay Thai appearances have given photographers repeated opportunities to capture his changing style. The buzz cut was followed by the pink hair, then blonde variations, then orange, and now red. It almost looks like every time people think they have figured out Knox's style, he changes it again.
And that may be the biggest story here. The transformation is not simply that Knox dyed his hair red. It is that the formerly private son of two enormous Hollywood stars appears increasingly comfortable experimenting with his own identity while stepping into adulthood.
There is also a striking contrast between Knox's low-key public presence and the extraordinary amount of attention surrounding every photograph of him. He is not launching a clothing line, announcing an acting career, or walking a major red carpet. He is leaving martial arts training. Yet, because he is Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's son, a new hair color can become international entertainment news within hours. That attention has followed the Jolie-Pitt children throughout their lives, but the family's transition into adulthood is changing the story. Knox and Vivian turning 18 marked the latest major milestone in the family, while Jolie has reportedly been preparing for a new chapter as her youngest children reach adulthood. Vanity Fair recently noted that all 6 of Jolie's children have now reached adulthood, with each carving out a very different path. Knox's path appears increasingly connected to athletics and martial arts rather than Hollywood. His graduation, his fight, and his repeated training sessions suggest that his interests are taking him in a direction that is distinctly his own. And perhaps that is why the hair experimentation feels so fitting. The bright colors, the cropped sides, the changing styles, none of it looks like someone trying to fit neatly into the Hollywood mold. At the same time, the family history continues to hover over every update. Reports surrounding Brad Pitt's relationship with his children remain deeply disputed and often rely on anonymous sources, so it is important not to turn speculation into fact. What can be said with confidence is that the Jolie-Pitt family has experienced years of intense public scrutiny, that the parents' divorce was finalized in 2024, and that several of the children have increasingly used the Jolie name publicly. As for Angelina, one source close to her told Page 6 last month, quote, "Angie hasn't been fighting and isn't angry. She just wants everyone to heal," unquote. That quote was offered in the context of the much broader family tensions, not Knox's hairstyle, but it captures the complicated emotional atmosphere surrounding the family as the children enter adulthood. And now, after all the legal battles, headlines, family speculation, graduations, athletic competitions, and years of being photographed because of who his parents are, Knox is giving the public something much simpler to talk about: hair. Bright red hair. The latest photos show a young man who seems perfectly willing to change his appearance whenever he feels like it. On August 5, blonde. On August 10, red. On August 11, still red. That consistency suggests this was not simply a fleeting trick of lighting or a one-time appearance. Knox appears to have genuinely committed to the fiery new color, at least for now. And if his history is any indication, we probably should not assume this will be his final look. Pink was followed by platinum, platinum gave way to blonde, blonde became orange, orange has now become red. Knox has essentially turned his hair into a constantly changing canvas. The question now is not whether Knox will change his hair again, but what color could possibly come next. For someone who spent years avoiding the spotlight, Knox Jolie is suddenly giving the public plenty to talk about, not through manufactured celebrity drama, but through a graduation, a passion for Muay Thai, and a fearless approach to personal style. At 18, he appears to be entering adulthood on his own terms, and this latest red-haired transformation may be one of the clearest signs yet that the youngest Jolie-Pitt child is ready to be known for more than simply being the son of Angelina and Brad Pitt. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.